Okay, good afternoon guys. This video is about what's on my screen. So I've had a few requests regarding what the heck is on my monitors, so let's just start with the main screen that I share with you on a daily. I like the huge main chart so I can see as much as I can. This may be excessive for some, but it's something I've grown accustomed to. I like to see as much as I can, scroll in and out. This chart is set up to have tabs from PM, which is pre-market, intraday, which is 1 minute, this is 2 minute, 5 minute, and 15, and I have the daily here, but I only use that for you guys so I can make daily support and resist lines. I have another daily chart on my monitor on the right hand side. Okay, the top right here is the window for my orders, but below is more important to me, which is the positions. Sometimes you'll see me exit a trade, but only partially. This window ensures that I have completely executed every trade. This is my hot buttons. These are set up to finish off my trades. Most people use hotkeys. I tried using them and they're just not for me because my mouse is set up to move super fast from one monitor to another at a tiny flick of a wrist. It's the gamer in me, so that's my primary method. I'll just come straight to it and click away. I have two order entries here. One to start my trades and the other to create a stop. This setup has more psychological contributions than anything else. I don't know how many people actually has it set up this way, but this makes me more conscientious about being on the defensive. I still like to go offensive and revenge trade sometimes, or at least mentally, but it's been under control ever since I created this stop here. In other words, I feel pretty damn guilty if I didn't create a stop for no good reason, other than a news trade, which I just don't have time to meddle with. Okay, this is my level 2. This helped me figures out when to enter or exit a trade. This doesn't have the final say in my executions, but it does play a very strong role. If the bid is strong, I expect to move. If it doesn't, I need to assess the situation. Maybe it was SPY, maybe it was something else. If the ask has a huge quantity, then this is what I would call a wall. Either it blocks it entirely and falls, or it'll continue to break down this wall. Say it started at 430 and then it bounces down a little bit, comes back and it's 300, down, back up, is 200, and it's breaking it down, then it has the opportunity to break through and make it to the other side, which is generally a whole number. So basically, all in all, whichever side has the most number, in which my case I'll be looking at the yellow portion, if you add it up, whichever side has the most is where the party's at and where everyone wants to be. This right here is my time in sales. I like to make it as tall as possible so I can see as much as I can, because sometimes it goes really fast. This goes hand in hand with the level 2, except it's actually what happened at the party. Did the people go to the party, or did they just talk about it, about the hype and support it, and yet never went? And lastly, I have my watch list right here. This is actually a troll. To be honest, this is nothing more than something to hide my personal information. My strategy and setup doesn't require me to have an exclusive watch list. I have possible trades on my scanners, which is on the right monitor. This is my right monitor. It consists of the daily charts and scanners. Top left are the SPY charts. I like to look at what's going on during the day and the daily resistance supports along the simple moving averages. This one's set up for intraday, although I can look at the pre-market and everything else. I usually look at the intraday in the beginning, and as it gets more and more cluttered, I'll go to 2 minute, 5 minute for a broader view of things, 15 to see some resistance or supports within the intraday. Behind it, I set up the daily. I only look at the daily of this one, so I know exactly where the simple moving averages are. The blue one is the 20, the red one's 50, and the yellow one is the 200, the respect lines. And you can see that it works pretty well. And down here I have the daily chart of the stop of interest. This will help me figure out where the daily support and resists are. Here are the simple moving averages, just like the SPY. And this works out really well for me, so I don't have to keep switching over on the main screen. The blue tabs are from trade ideas. If you want to find out more about a stock, I look at the detail window here, but I rarely use this, I don't have time. If I'm up for a morning gap trade, earning trade, I'd use the 3 windows. right here, these three. This is the risers and fallers from Lightspeed. These two are gap and earnings. I'll first look at the gappers and see which one is working well pre-market. Then I'll see if it's on the earnings window to determine if the gap is momentum due to earnings. Okay, these four are the ones I look at most. This is the momentum window. It shows me everything that is moving strong at that specific moment. Usually if the stock has moved so fast, it'll reset and end up down here in the pullback scanner, in which I may assess the situation of trying for a continuation trade. These three are my counter trade scanners. This one is pretty narrowed down and tells me if there's something of high interest. This is my second rated counter trade scanner that shows many more stocks, but of lower value. And this down here is the small cap stocks for counter trades that meets certain parameters. I don't use this as much as the others because I'm charged per trade and I would need to use a lot of shares to make a good amount on small caps. And down here I have the news. This will tell me of what happened previously and currently. I can determine if it's going to be a news play or if there's chatter that's causing the momentum. This is a recording of my left screen. On my left screen I have these two linked to my main screen, and basically the further away I am from the main screen, the less important it is to me. This one I like to set up linked to my main screen at 2 minutes, and this one's set up for 5 minutes. Both of them have the 9 EMA. So when I'm talking about a stock, say right now SMCI, first stop is 26.84, and second stop, which is my 5 minute 9 EMA, is 26.95. If it breaks through that, that'll be awesome, but I'm pretty much going to pull out if it gets there because a lot of times it just touches and it'll come right back down. These two are a couple of stocks I flirt around with every now and then. RDUS right now has huge spreads, but when it moves and you see a lot of resistance with volume, it starts bouncing back pretty hard. So I don't usually marry stocks. I don't even date them. I just slap them in the ass and move on. Over here I have Apple and Netflix, and that's about it. If you look right here, you can see a slither of a SPY chart. I put it like this so I can click on it. So whenever I'm on the main screen and I'm talking about what's going on with SPY, I will just click on this little corner right here so you can see what's going on with SPY when I say the SPY is moving down, and I can see it in correlation with the stock that I'm looking at.